cool thing that started, which was
Yeah.
English melodies, but
Yeah.
Hindi words,
Yeah.
right? And then you had to be a singer. And forget an instrumentalist, I'm a mridangam player. That's like third grade, it's not even first grade. If you're a flautist or a sitar player or whatever, you're at least like next rung.
What is with these hierarchies?
I don't know. I think it's just nobody is. This is all people who have in the part of the industry who have created all these things. Who create festivals, who call it independent festivals, and then make it super cliched. So yeah, I think 2018 is when I decided that I'll give my last shot to this, and then if it still doesn't work, I'll stop. And that's when I applied for Viveick. And because I said India, I'm not seeing there are nothing to do with the audience, but the
Yeah.
people who are
Programming.
taking
Yeah.
never sort of. So I've never actually played many of these festivals, even today, which is so-called the popular independent festivals, right?
Yeah.
But 2018 opened up like a big thing for me.
Yeah.
It was tough. I pulled an elephant that time because I had to fund my own self.
Yeah. That was.
Yeah.
Yeah. How did you go about that? Because
I'll have to do a separate podcast on that because it's a. But if I have to do it, say it in a nutshell, it was tough because after getting selected, which is like the first step you say, because out of 3,000 acts they select 18 showcase artists,
Wow.
and your 18 showcase artists, you get to play to the
This is Viveick.
Viveick. You get to play to the industry people, which is you have all the festival people coming there.
Yeah. Viveick is rooted in which country?
It happens everywhere in Europe.
Okay.
It could be anywhere.
Okay.
So I think it's called Piranha Arts Foundation, which is the foundation that does it. But it's a trade expo essentially, where you have people
Kind
from
of like our Palm Expo? Not at all.
Not at all.
Yeah.
But in the let's say in the technical sense of it, that it's a trade, it is.
Okay.
But in the scale of it and the way it's done, it's like something else.
Right.
And I would encourage people who are artists from India, if they think they have an original sound which is different and not able to find a footing here, to definitely apply. Or if not, go if you can afford it, go for it as a participant or as a delegate. Just go visit it, because it definitely opens your eyes and ears to what's happening in the world music scenario, right? And that is what opened doors for me to play at WOMAD. And like 2009, I remember writing to WOMAD and I had got a rejection email. But then 2019, I was invited to play there. And
I discovered this only because you were playing there. I did not know about this. Yeah, before that.
Yeah, it's a beautiful festival. It happens in many parts of the world. The Charlton Park one in UK is the main big one that happens. In fact, I think it just got over in July. And there were many people there. The publishers. So my engagement was very different.
Yeah.
They saw a sound that came from India, which was completely original. And that's what worked for me. Not because I was somebody, not because I was somebody's son, or I had, influences, or I hung out with people every weekend, only because they saw the sound for what it is.
Yeah.
And nobody came and told me there's no English rap here.
Yeah.
Because you were rapping in Gujarati, Tamil.
Yeah.
And it didn't matter, right?
Yeah.
Because overall sound is what mattered. And the festival director of Shambhala, we were the featured artists that year. When I say featured, when you open the directory of artists who are playing and the big artists who are playing, it said director's pick. And then WOMAD also did a little documentary on us. So it's not like we did an opening act.
Is this available online?
Yeah. So it all just happened. BBC Arts are featured us. Ashanti Omkar called us for an interview there to BBC. And then we did Oslo Mela after that. No manager, no booking agency, no PR,
Complete
nothing.
DIY.
Nothing.
Yeah.
DIY and going with people who are first-time travelers.
Yeah.
It's not like I was going with people who had passports where they've traveled before,
Yeah.
or who had bank statements where getting visas were easy.
Yeah.
So in that sense, the entire journey of 2018, everything was literally saying I'm going to give it my best test, if there's a word like that,
Yeah.
and with all the possible challenges and hurdles, is how far I pulled it.
Would you say this was like the toughest one yet so far?
I mean, yeah. I mean, in tough. I'm not too worried about it being tough. Because for me, it's always about saying, oh, I could climb this step. Can I see the next step? And if I get the next step, somebody somewhere comes and holds a hand and pulls you there. But your willingness to climb should be there.
Absolutely.
Right? I can't say I'm not going to climb, and then so some like really crazy things happened actually that time as to how I was able to climb and just walk that way. With this whole with Tadom especially. And Gully Boy happened. Again, I don't know anybody in the film fraternity, but it was only because of the sound. So my only learning and only sharing that I will always have is just work on your craft. Just believe. If you think something's not working, don't blame it on anything. Like, don't blame it on any festival, anything, because that's very small.
Yeah.
The easiest is to say, let me just work on my craft, because the rest will happen. Last year, then after I released the Get Up and Dance thing, we did all the possible festivals, and right from family to festivals, the entire gamut. So once you break this thing of of the fact that you have a sound which is there is no second or copy of Tadom, right, or sounding like. It's fine. You might have few concerts, but that's okay. You still have you're still serving a dish which is completely original and yours, right? For all its shortcomings and what it's good for, you own it 100%.